Welcome to week 4, lesson 3 of the Store Manager Academy. Today we're going to talk about communicating with your boss, the do's and don'ts, and even learning to communicate with your boss's boss. Many of you are probably nervous when it comes to speaking with maybe your DM. I know I was as a brand new assistant manager, and even when I was a brand new store manager, I was terrified in many times when it came to talking to my direct supervisor. And I think part of it was because I was an inexperienced manager, and I really didn't know what I didn't know. And I was afraid that, if I said the wrong thing, maybe they would, think they made the wrong decision in hiring me, and I would lose my job. I know some of you have similar fears, and I want to today just help you really reassure yourself that you're in this position for a reason. Your DM, your supervisor put you in this position for a reason, and you need to have confidence in their decision of placing you in that spot. Whether you're an assistant manager or a store manager, you were put in that position for a reason. Especially those who are watching that are assistant managers. Companies put a lot of money into you and your training because they want you to be successful. You are that bench. You're that bench of store managers, and they want you to be fully trained and ready to take over a store. Unfortunately, they're not very good at training you and getting you ready, and that's why you're watching this, going through this academy, but they definitely are well-intentioned, and they're planning on promoting you. And that's why you need to build that clear path to promotion with your direct supervisor so they know exactly what you are expecting out of them and what they expect out of you. So that's what we're going to start with, is actually building up a rapport with your direct supervisor and getting their clear expectations of you. You don't have to overcomplicate this conversation. It's as simple as, hey, Mr. DM, I really would like to become a store manager as fast as possible. I'm ready to run a store, but I understand there's some things that I need to go through and I need to learn first. So let's talk about a clear path to promotion. What do I need to learn right now? What do I need to accomplish to get there? Can we have a clear path? Can we break this down step by step so when we get there and I've accomplished everything that we've set out to accomplish, that we've talked about today, you'll put me front of the line for the first store that comes available. Does that sound fair? That's the type of expectations you need to set with your direct supervisor, with your DM, right out of the gates. And then from there, that is where you start building up a rapport with your DM. You don't have to call your DM daily to build up that rapport. No, it starts with simple communications like emails. Then it moves on to phone calls. Hey, Mr. DM, I just want to let you know, we talked about you wanted me to improve my merchandising skills. Well, I have actually accomplished these certain merchandising tasks. Here are some pictures. What do you think? Or, hey, Mr. DM, I know we talked about, I needed to improve my sales skills. Well, this last week I ran a sales contest and we blew it out of the water and we were 10% up in sales. I'm sure you noticed that. Those are little things you can start doing with the DM, with your DM, your direct supervisor, to start that rapport. But then you need to take it one step further. You've got to get to know your boss personally. So, out of the gates, you can just simple as, hey, so I know you barely know me and I barely know you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, your story, where you come from, your family? I'd love to get to know you. And let the DM do all the talking and keep asking more questions. Act really interested in your DM. So at the end of the conversation, that DM walks away going, wow, I shared a lot with Steven, and I don't think I really got too much from Steven about him. I never asked him because he was asking me so many questions. That makes that person feel good. That'll make your supervisor feel good, and then they'll want to actually come back and talk to you some more and get to know your story because you spent so much time getting to know them. Once you're at that level, once you've had the time to get to know your DM and their background and their family, their spouse's name, their kids' names, what kind of sports they like to watch, and then your DM knows the same thing about you, at that point, that's when you should feel comfortable and being able to call your DM on a regular basis. I would say you need to call your DM at least once a week, minimum. Maybe that's on a Monday and you're talking to them about last week's sales and some of the big accomplishments and some of your frustrations. Don't just pick all the nice things and talk to him about him or her, all the nice things. Don't cherry pick the issues in your store. Go through there and bring some real, valid, actionable data to your DM that you would like help with. So if you were low on some product and you sold out on it and you weren't getting support from the teams to get replenished, bring that up to your DM. Your DM will be literally so impressed that you're bringing those issues to the surface, because those are issues that cause sales decreases, right? And if he recognizes that if he sees that you're recognizing these issues in the store that are causing you to lose sales and you're bringing it to his attention, oh my goodness, that DM's gonna want you in their district. It's not about waiting for the next store to open up in another district. No, now they're saying, okay, what can I move around? Who can I move around to keep this guy or gal in my district? They are smart, they're assertive, they're paying attention to the issues, and they're bringing it to my attention. This is the type of person I want in my district on my team. So you need to keep that in mind. You need to actually execute on that principle. Any revenue issue that's causing revenue loss in the store, bring it up to your DM, talk to him or her about it, talk about solutions, and you are going to really impress your DM. You will stand out from other ASMs. And this is on the same level for you store managers that are watching this training. If you are bringing these issues to your DM on a regular basis, they're gonna respect you. And the really nice thing is, if you bring these issues to their attention and you actually get resolutions, your DM's actually going to start looking at you as part of his or her bench. They want assistant manager or area managers. They want to be replaced, most of them, because they want to get promoted to a regional position or a corporate position. And so they're always looking at their store managers on, okay, who is a real candidate that can replace me? And I can tell you from experience, most DMs maybe have 2, at the most 3 managers in their district that are reasonable candidates that can be trained to be a DM. It takes a unique skill set, a skill set that can be learned, that you can learn through our District Manager Academy, but it's a unique skill set that they are looking for. And when they see it in you, when they see how assertive you are and how you're going here and there, trying to make a difference in your store, and you're always looking for opportunities to grow the business, you're always looking forward at the trends, and you're measuring your business against the current trends, they're going to see that, and they're going to want to help you even move up even faster up the corporate ladder. So that's a big part of communications with your boss. Talk with your direct supervisor at least on a weekly basis, and you want to get to a point, I know it sounds crazy, but you want to get to a point where you're talking to your DM on a daily basis. When you get to that point, it's gonna be a good thing for you. You're going places at that point because you've got your DM's attention. You've earned your DM's trust, and believe it or not, they're gonna be talking to you about other stores. Like, hey, Steven, I got this issue in this other store. What do you think? Are you having that issue? I didn't think you were. How would you handle it? They're gonna ask you for advice. Again, it's gonna help you be on the upper management bench. It's gonna help open the doors for many opportunities. Maybe you don't want to be a DM. Maybe you just want to help out in the district. Free up your time in your store and go help other people. Those are the opportunities you'll get when you are on a daily rapport with your direct supervisor. Now it leads into the last part of our training, how to build up a rapport with your boss's boss. You first have to get on that daily level with your DM. And when his boss comes in and visits the store, that's when you basically repeat the process that you had with your DM, that you have with your DM. So it starts with just expectations. Hey, here's where I'm working towards, Mr. Regional, and John here, the DM, he's been great. He's been helping me, but I want you to know that I'm working hard to become a DM, and I need your help. John's helping me, and I hope you support him and support me. I'd like a clear path to promotion. I'd like to get to that position here in the next year or two. What do I need to do? Can you help me step by step? And then through that process, you again bring issues to your boss's boss. So when you're talking to your boss, you then sometimes can copy, if it's a positive thing, copy your boss. And that's, you're treading waters there, because your DM never wants to be, you don't want to go past your DM to your boss. So really the best thing you can do is just build up an open dialogue with your regional, and just out of the blue, just call them and say, hey, we had a great visit last week. I just wanted to follow up on our discussion. And by the way, I have some product needs that I've been discussing with my DM. I know he's handling it, but I also want to keep you in the loop. That's just a quick way to just drop a small little nugget, a little seed, and that you'll be able to develop that relationship from there, get to know the regional. So, hey, by the way, we talked about all this business when you were in my store, but tell me a little bit about yourself and your family and your story. I'd love to know. And you're repeating that process, and eventually you can get to a point where you're talking to your regional once a month and then once a week. That's really the most you want to do, is about once a week. When you're on a once a week conversation with your regional manager, you are well on your way, my friend, to just making a name for yourself in that organization. I hope you appreciated this training today. If you have any questions on this training that you want, that's very specific to your unique situation and how you can build a rapport with your boss. Maybe you don't have a good working relationship. Maybe things are really tough right now for you and your boss. Get on our weekly conference call. Shoot me an email. Tell me what's going on, and I will give you the best feedback possible. Sometimes we have regionals on the call. Sometimes we have CEOs, and so you'll be able to get some real-time feedback from me and from others. Thanks for watching this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.